take that team right now. And I know what's coming from behind also.
Sure.
I think the mentality and the approaches that the organization has been taking to have a sustainable club throughout many years is really important. And I think that my personality, quite frankly, I think is suited to, I mean, I can manage older players, but my personality is suited to younger players. I have a lot of kids, and, you know, I've got 4 kids. I've been raising kids my whole life, seems like. They're going to be my kids now. And I feel that I can share with them and help them understand that their failures aren't the end all. That's when we can learn something. And I think my personality renders itself to being able to explain and articulate certain things that I might help them get over the hump. And that being said, part of that process, quite frankly, is helping the club that we have presently take on that personality also.
Sure.
So we have a lot of young guys now at the major league level. In Rizzo and Martin and some of the other guys that we have, and some very talented people. But it starts now. And that's going to transition all the way down to the younger players. And so I want to be the person that's in place to help them move forward. And I'm very excited about it. The challenge for me is, more than anything, to continue to look forward. And I know you guys talk about the patience that we have. Well, I think having a true belief in the final product helps us be patient.
Patience and faith.
And faith. And believe me, I have a lot of faith in the guys that are here at your present and the guys that are coming.
So, by the way, spring training, give me a hand. What are we, less than a month for pitchers and catchers, right? We're inside of a month. You excited?
Absolutely.
All right. Now, Jed, I tested positive for Lipitor and Ensure this morning. Other than that, I was clean, wasn't I, when you looked at those results?
Well, yeah, but I haven't seen the second test results yet.
All right, we'll get those in full credit. But to answer the gentleman's question about PEDs.
You know, that's a great question, and obviously you're never going to reach a point, probably in any sport, where someone isn't sort of testing the boundaries and trying to find an edge. So I don't think any sport's going to get to 100% clean. But I will say this: if you look at at offense in baseball and what's happened over the last 5 years, there's been a very steady decline in offense year over year. It hasn't been up and down; it's really straight down. And you know, what that tells me is that the game's getting a lot cleaner. You know, I think one of our jobs is to always adjust our sights and always adjust our scale, because you have to compare your players to league average. You know, and I think all of us, you know, we're working in baseball in an era where guys routinely had 1,000 OPSs, guys routinely, you know, on base 400 and slug 600. That's not the case in baseball anymore. When you look at baseball, you know, on base percentage, slugging percentage are dropping, you know, like a stone. So I do think the game is a lot cleaner now than it was certainly 12, 14 years ago, but even 5 years ago, it's a much cleaner game. And really, that's a big part of how we're thinking about our club going forward. Young players in that environment are more valuable. You know, natural power in that environment is more valuable. So we do have to adjust our scale and think about that. So yes, it's not going to be 100% clean. It never will be. But just look at the numbers. It's obviously a lot cleaner now than it has been in a long time. And I think that trend's going to continue.
Let's go over to your side. Andre, let's have a follow-up.
No, very quickly, I know we're talking a lot about nurturing and grooming, and the team obviously is very young. But also, I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, if need be, especially probably for the coaches too, would you give you know, giving a good kick in the pants if need be, and chastising?
Discipline. What's the discipline story?
Not that I'm referring to any specific player incident.
No, I don't. I've been asked that a lot, and I think that I've tried to explain it in many different ways, but the easiest way I can explain it is this way. If the message that I present to the players is that accountability is a big issue, and you need to be responsible, as a Major League Baseball player, we need to be responsible for our actions. There's no baseball player in the major leagues or anywhere that wants to play poorly. If a player comes in and expresses to me as I start to walk toward him, and he lets me know, you know what, obviously I screwed up. If I start jumping on that guy as he's trying to explain to me and apologize to me, his teammates and everybody else, that he just made the mistake, I'm going to lose an opportunity to try to figure out a way to get him to do what he's supposed to do the next time the right way. Because when I start harping on him and yelling at him, the very next thing that's going to happen is going to shut me out. Now the opportunity that I have to have him understand what just occurred is lost. It's great. Everybody wants to see me go in there and just jump on somebody. But that's probably not going to happen. You're not going to see me do that. I'm not a guy that likes barking a lot like a dog, and I've said it over and over. The dog barks and barks and barks, and you start to get annoyed at the dog. When I bite, I want it to count. So when I do end up raising the tone of the conversation, so to speak, I think they'll listen. But I have to gain their trust first. And the one thing I know that all of us in this room understand is, I want somebody to believe in me. And I want to believe in them, and they want me to believe in them. And over time, I guarantee you they're going to run through the wall for you guys, for me, for the coaches, for the city, because they really do know and believe that we care. Sounds crazy, but I've got 4 kids, and to me, these are going to be my kids now. These guys are someone's sons. You know, they're somebody's dad. You know, they're somebody's brother. I think they all deserve respect, and you know what? I'm with it. They make tons of money. That's what they get paid to do. But I got to get them to play the game the right way. And I got to get them to play the right way for a long time. So that's my approach to it.
Let's see what you hired this kid. All right, let's go over by you, Marlon. I'll tell you what there, big fella, I think we're still looking for the right guy. And if we get Clark the mascot to grow a beard, you may be the answer. Got the hat backwards. We'll talk afterwards. I'll need a resume.
I'll give you my application.
All right, your question is?
Well, first up, after that answer, welcome, Rick, to Chicago. And after that answer, you got at least one person believing in you. I already believe in this front office. I'm on board with everything. Welcome to the city. Good morning to everyone else. My name's Danny. I will be a first-time season